Yo, what's going on, you guys? KG Presents back here with another video, and today I'm here with some more must-add players to your fantasy baseball roster here. This season is quickly going by right now, crazy to say the least, but I'm here again today with some fire players that I think you should potentially add to your fantasy baseball roster here. So without any further ado, let's get into today's video. The first player I think you should add onto your fantasy baseball roster is Luis Gil from the New York Yankees. So far this season, he is 4-1 with 48 strikeouts this year. He also has a 2.51 ERA. He's been absolutely exceptional in his last 3 starts here against a very strong Baltimore Orioles squad. The Astros offense is still good despite their bad record, and obviously the Tampa Bay Rays last night. He allowed 3 hits, 2 walks over 6 shutout innings on Sunday. He struck out 3 and earning a win over the Rays. He's never found himself in much trouble Sunday at all as he cruised to a scoreless quality start against the Tampa Bay Rays. 3-0, giving up only 1 run over 18 and a third frames in his last 3 outings, which is pretty exceptional to say the least. He got bombed earlier in the season for 1 game, but besides that, I mean, his ERA would be even lower after that. He hasn't completed 6 innings in any of his first 5 starts. However, though, he's been doing that as of late, so you definitely want to get him onto your roster here. He also has a very strong upcoming matchup as the Yankees are going to be taking on the Chicago White Sox. His next scheduled start is Saturday, May 18th against the Chicago White Sox, so be sure to add him onto your roster here. Before that, he's been pitching really well, and obviously against those are pretty solid teams to say the least. The White Sox aren't the best team in the world, so obviously hoping for the best for another strong outing from Luis Gil in that performance. So if you're looking for some starting pitching help, be sure to add Luis Gil onto your roster. And if you don't want to add Luis Gil onto your roster, that's okay, because I'm coming at you again with another pitching addition onto your roster, that being Taj Bradley from the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, Taj Bradley just made his season debut the other day because he's been out with some injuries, but that's okay because he was very exceptional last year, and in his first start it was actually against the Yankees, to say the least. He went 6 innings in this game. He only gave up 1 run though, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, 4 hits. That's pretty solid for your season debut. Excellent to say the least. He had a pectoral strain which cost him some time in spring training there. He held the Yankees only to a lone run on Anthony Rizzo 2-out RBI single in the 4th inning. However, the right-hander was stuck with the loss as the Rays failed to get anything going offensively in a 2-0 defeat in this performance. He made 21 starts for the Rays last year, going 5-8 with a 5.59 ERA. However, though, he had some solid performances at the beginning of the year. He definitely struggled towards as he continued to make more starts. So the thing is, though, hopefully he's able to build some success off of the issues that he faced last season, and hopefully take those into this year in his now 2nd major league season, and hopefully bring a solid start throughout the rest of the season following his injury to start off the year here. So either way, so if you're looking for starting pitching help, be sure to add Taj Bradley onto your squad. I know obviously he isn't like the greatest option in the world, but hey, you never know how things are going to go down. He's definitely much more available though than Luis Gil. Taj Bradley only has a 10.7 roster percentage rate on ESPN Fantasy Baseball right now. So Luis Gil is at like 32% or so. So it's a bit of a difference between the two. So either way, but I think Taj Bradley can be pretty solid this year. The Rays definitely need pitching help, especially got some injuries here like Shane McClanahan being out, for example. So they're gonna be relying on starting pitching, and Taj Bradley could be very well the one to do that for them this upcoming season. So without any further ado, be sure to add him onto your roster here. Hope for the best with the starting pitcher. Next up, we have Luis Garcia Jr. He plays for the Washington Nationals as their 2nd baseman. So far this season, Luis Garcia is hitting .297 on the year. He's got 3 home runs, 20 runs batted in. He's also stolen 7 bases this year, and he scored 9 runs. He currently has a 17.8 roster percentage on ESPN Fantasy Baseball. And over the last week, he's gone up 11.2%, so that's pretty interesting. He's been pretty exceptional to say the least this year. I really like his performances so far. He has been struggling a little bit in his last couple games though. 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 1 for 4, 1 for 6. So you're probably wondering, hey, why you recommend this guy that's been struggling? Well, because before that, he was absolutely killing it. He was up to at 1.337 on the season, which is pretty exceptional to say the least. Who's ever going to be complaining about 337 batting average? You know what I mean? Like, that's really, really good. The big thing for him is that he has plenty of opportunity to play there in Washington because, obviously, the Nationals aren't a very good team. I don't think, anyone's going to be arguing with that claim right there. They've been okay, to say the least. But the thing is, though, playing time is the biggest factor for him. And also, let's say he keeps this up for the rest of the season for the Washington Nationals. He's been pretty much hitting 300 on the year, which is pretty good. 20 runs batted in, to say the least, you know what I mean? So I think he can really get the job done for the Washington Nationals going forward. I really like how well he's going to be able to do this season. You don't have really anything to worry about that. He's been really a consistent source of fantasy production all season so far. Just a couple days ago, before his recent cold stretch, he had a 147 WRC plus, which is really good. He's still only 23 years old. You got to take that into consideration right now. I mean, so he's probably going to have some up and downs, to say the least, but the thing is, though, you want to get him on your team now. I mean, he's been in a cold stretch, like I said before, he's in a cold stretch right now, but the thing is, though, he's been really good. He had a strong 84.9% contact percentage in 2023 over 122 games. So far this season, he has a solid 80.9 contact percentage so far. His strikeout percentage has increased to 18.3 from 12.4%. It's still well below the league average, though, so I mean, it's gone up a little bit, but it's still okay. He has a career barrel rate of 6.5%. It might be a little unsustainable for him, but hey, he is probably going to go down here in the future. But I think the strong contact rate and the strikeout rate, he's just going to be reigning a very fancy relevant asset for the upcoming future for the rest of the season. So if you're looking for some second baseman help, be sure to add Luis Garcia from the Washington Nationals. Next up, we have Abraham Toro from the Oakland A's. Sorry, I don't have the A's footage from him, so my fault for this. So far this year, he's hitting 299, 4 home runs, 17 runs batted in, and he has scored 20 runs so far this year. He's been really in a hot stretch as of late over his last 16 games. 27-year-old slashing 410, 455, and 607 with 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in, and 12 runs scored. It's been really good. He also has 7 walks to his 26 strikeouts here and 148 plate appearances so far this season. I'm really liking him. You got to get him. He's in a big hot stretch right now, to say the least. So obviously, he's not going to be the greatest possibly long-term option, but hey, he's getting playing time out there in Oakland there. You want to get him while he's hot, especially while he's hitting 300. So shout out Abraham Toro there. If you're looking for some more versatile player, be sure to add him onto your roster here. Hopefully he does well for you if you add him onto your team. Next up, we have Ivan Herrera from the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, obviously, due to the injury that occurred a little bit ago due to Wilson Contreras and his fracture of forearm there, he's going to be playing a bit more, so that's really nice for him because, he's expected to serve as the Cardinals' primary backstop for the foreseeable future here. He's going to serve as Cardinals' designated hitter also for some of this as well. So either way, regardless of whether he's catching or anything, or he's going to be DHing here, he's going to be playing a lot more due to the injury to Wilson Contreras. Now, I did mention him earlier in the season. I think he's someone that you could watch out for if he's given the playing time to do so. So far this year, he's in 263 with 3 home runs and 11 runs batted in. In his 3 games he's played as of late, 2 for 5 against the Brewers, 2 for 4 the day before, and 1 for 2 against Brewers the day before. So he's been getting some hits in there. That's what you like to see. I mean, he's going to definitely have some struggles there. There's no doubt about it, but I think he's a pretty solid option if you're looking for some catching help going forward here for the foreseeable future, especially with Contreras out. So that's going to be a conclusion of today's video. Hopefully these 5 players that I have listed here today are going to help you towards winning your fantasy baseball week this week, but not only towards winning your fantasy baseball season. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next video.